Now that is a beautiful view. I'm so happy that this is my front yard. Good afternoon, boys and girls, and welcome to another episode of Luthorville. I'm very, very excited this time because I have a very big announcement to make. I have finally chosen a builder for Galatea Meridian. So who did I go with? Joe Everson of Tennessee Tiny Homes. Here's an image of their website for Tennessee Tiny Homes, and here's Joe and his wife and their dogs with bow ties. I don't know why their dogs have bow ties. And also an image of Joe with one of his first tiny houses. And another thing about Tennessee Tiny Homes is that they stay very active on social media like Instagram and Facebook. And this, I think, is very important because it shows that the company is active, that they're still viable, and that they are actually out there doing work. Now, why did I pick them over all the other builders across this great nation of ours? Well, because Tennessee Tiny Homes was the only company that was willing to meet all of my expectations and do it within budget. That wasn't easy to find. Here's a prime example of the kind of thing that I wanted to do that scared away a lot of people. This is your typical tiny house, right? And people usually build them on trailers that look something like this. Well, I think that's completely insane. I thought, I'm building a tiny house. I want it to be on a trailer like this. I mean, that's a trailer. Now, I had a lot of builders tell me that these tiny little trailers that they have are, designed specifically for tiny houses, and the bigger gooseneck trailer might not hold the weight properly, blah, blah, blah. Are you freaking kidding me? You honestly mean to tell me that you think this trailer is going to be stronger than that trailer? No, I don't think so. And thankfully, Joe was one of few builders out there who was perfectly willing to say, yeah, sure, no problem. I will build it on a trailer like this for you. And one of the most important things about Joe Everson and Tennessee Tiny Homes is not only the fact that they are really enthused and excited about doing the project, which I think is incredibly important. You want your builder to really be into it. But they also build to all of the building standards for recreational vehicles. Now, this is really important, especially around this time of history, because many laws and regulations are being sorted out and people are trying to understand how to categorize these things. And by building them to building standards, well, it's going to make me have a lot more options as I move it around, take it to campgrounds and things like that. In fact, I found out very recently, like within the last couple of weeks, I discovered that right here in California, nowhere else across the country, of course, just in California, you cannot bring an RV into a campground or into an RV park unless it has been built to the RV standard and actually has the plaque on the vehicle which confirms that it has been built to the, A115? Or no, ANSI 115 building standard. Thankfully, that's exactly what I'm going to get with Tennessee Tiny Homes. And there are a lot of other reasons that I went with them. I really like Joe. Every time I talk to him, he just seems like a decent guy. He was actually a police officer for a decade. And my family, I have police officers, military personnel in my family as well, so I kind of always feel a little bit of companionship with a person like that. And in doing all of my research on them, I also discovered that they're one of the companies that is getting on all these tiny house television programs. In fact, here are a couple of shots of Joe working with the guys from the television show Tiny House Nation on the FYI network. So they're very reputable. They have a lot of experience. They've been around a long time. And like I said, just seems like a decent person. And that's really important. Obviously, you don't want to hire somebody who's going to be a little bit shady. So as this whole thing starts to progress, I will share with all of you wonderful viewers how things are moving along. So as Joe sends me images of how things are being completed and pictures of what the construction is, looking like. I'm going to share that with you, and I will make more videos so you can see the progress right along with me. So that's about it. I just want to make a quick video letting you know that this is the first step of the process. It's very exciting after 2 years of planning all this. 2 years ago when I saw my property for the very first time, and now here we are, the very big step. Within 3 months, it's all supposed to be finished. So, as I said, I'll share it with you, and we'll kind of watch the progress together. So, as I've said in so many other videos, remember, if your ambitions do not scare you, they aren't big enough.
I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. That dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible.